Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are going to be talking about my makeup collection and organization. I think there's not enough YouTube videos out there of women who are not beauty bloggers or are not makeup gurus who have normal size collection. Well, normal is something that's it depends of how you see things, right? But I'm not a hyper minimalist. I'm not a maximalist. I don't believe in overconsumption. I believe in using what I have. I go to the office 5 days a week, and therefore I do my makeup 5 days a week. Makeup is something that I enjoy, that I take pleasure in, not a chore for me. So I do like to have a variety of products and options to work with and play with. I love using different color eyeshadows. I definitely do not stick to neutrals. I try and play with different textures and different colors and enjoy them very much. So I at least do my makeup 5 days a week, and then sometimes I'll do them as well during the weekend, if I'm going out or if I'm meeting friends or if I'm going to a Shabbat dinner, then I'll do my makeup all over again. To start off, this is how my makeup is set up. I have my some face products over there. I have some extra lip products over there. My mirror that changes different lighting, so I can turn this off and on. I'm not going to move my cup right now because I do know that the reflection will bug me. So I have little buttons down there that I can choose different lighting setups. I can do sunlight, I can do fluorescent and stuff like that. And then I have my eye products, so I have eyeliner, mascaras, and brushes. And then in the drawer right next to this, which I'm going to show you, I keep all of my eyeshadows and also some backups. So let me move away my mirror so it won't bug me, and then my coffee cup, and then we can go through the products that I own. Let me move that in. Okay, so this is my makeup collection, and as I said, soon I'll show you the eyeshadow, but let's get started with my face products. I'm going to move this right over here. So the first product I own, and the only foundation I actually have, is this CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Light Airbrush Finish in the shade Creamy Natural. I've seen some recommendations for this product. I think it was Emily Noel who recommended it, and I bought it. This is the only foundation I have, as I said, and I wear it to work every single day. As you can see, it's halfway empty. I'm not sure you can see it actually, by the way, but it's right up here where the word extreme ends. And that has been lasting so well because I just use a pea-size amount of it. I don't like to wear very thick foundation to work daily. I would wear this every single day. I will say that I don't see myself repurchasing this again, even though it lasts such a long time. It only has been half, as I said, and I bought it in September. Now it's July, so almost a year and only halfway done. So a bottle like this will last me for 2 years. I'm very happy that I only have one foundation because dragging around different foundations in my collection wouldn't be ideal for me. But right when I'll finish this up, I will go back to my OG Ride or Die foundation, which is the Revlon Color Stay in the shade 180. I've been loving that. It was for the oily skin. I just wanted to try something new after a decade of going back to the Revlon. So I did bought that, but I will not buy this again once I'll use it up. So that's my only foundation. Right next to it, I have my face powder. So this is the only face powder I have right here at home. I do have another face powder at my office at work. This is, and it's the same one that I have at work. This is the Essence, what is it called? 16-hour cover and last powder foundation. And this is in the shade Porcelain. It's not my favorite. It's way too thick. I definitely prefer a different powder that I have the backup that I will show you. It's closed. I haven't opened it. I only have one face product like that open at all times because it's not something that I would experiment with or choose different things according to different days, like eyeshadows that I like to match with my clothing or with the vibe that I'm going with. That's my one open powder. Next, for face, I'm just going to move this around. I do have my one concealer. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in matte finish. My shade is light sand. I love this concealer, so affordable. By the way, most of my products are drugstore. I don't like purchasing high end. I don't like spending my money like that. And I feel like drugstore have such a beautiful product selection, and there are really some good products in the drugstore, and there's no need to spend extra on makeup. I feel like I like to save my money for other things that I would like to spend them on. So this is my e.l.f. concealer, the only one that I have. I don't have any other concealers at home. I do have one at work in case I have like a pimple or something going on, or if I've been crying and I would like to hide it in the bathroom. So I do have extra concealer at work, but this is the only one that I have at home. This is the only one that I'm using. Highly, highly recommend. And it says right over here in this just glass. This is a used candle. I just cleaned it up after I finished burned up my candle and then repurposed it. I also did that to this one, which we'll get to in a second. Continuing with the face, I have one and only face primer. This is the Revlon Colorstay Grip 16-hour. I do get oily throughout the Israeli spring and summer, and sometimes in the fall too. So I like to have something that grips onto my makeup, and also my days are very long. To be honest, it's not something that I use every single day. It depends on the day and what I'm going to be doing at it. Most of the days I don't care if my makeup will wear off a little bit during the end of the day. So that's my only face primer. Now we get into the a bit more fun stuff. Let me move things out of the way. So let's talk about highlighter next. In here, I have two highlighters and I have one as a backup because unfortunately I've been going through time in my past of hyper consumerism, and I've bought way too many, more than I needed. Right now I'm doing Project Pan, I don't know, challenge or whatever they call it. I'm using up what I have. I'm not repurchasing anything unless I've used up completely what I'm wearing on a daily. And so once these two are going to be used up, I'll be moving to my backup one, which you'll see next. This is the first highlighter that I wanted to talk to you about. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. Oh, no, it's Precious. Yeah, it's Precious Petals. I've had this for a long time, as you can see. I've hate pan on this. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I go to this whenever I want to wear a gold highlighter. The other one that I have is a bit cooler, which I'll show you in a second. But when I want to do a warm makeup look, goldeny, sun-kissed look, I'll go with this highlighter, and I love it very much. Very affordable as well. Drugstore highlighter. I love it. I would repurchase this, but since I already have others that I'm using, I'll wait with that a little bit. The second highlighter that is on my everyday tray right there is this Milani Afterglow Luminescence Nocturne, whatever, in the shade 01. Well, the shade is Strobe Light, I guess. Again, I've hit pan on this, as you can see. I love this for when I want to do some more cooler tones and when I want to have something very light. I also like to throw this on my lids. It's very pretty, I feel like, on, and brightens up my eye area. So again, a drugstore one, Milani, highly recommended. Would be repurchased if I didn't had another one going on in my backup drawer. So these are my two highlighters. Continuing with this beauty, I have 3 blushes in here. And these are all the blushes that I have. Oh, I do have one blush that is always at work. So I have powder, blush, a concealer, and a bunch of lip products just regularly chilling in my office drawer so I don't have to carry them around daily. I have 3 blushes and let's go through them. So the first one that I use daily is this Catrice blush box in the shade Dolce Vita 010. And I love it because it's like a peachy, very easy to throw on, corally, a bit pinky blush. It goes well with everything that I wear and everything that I do. Fantastic to work. This is my go-to work blush. I use this almost every single morning. So I love that. Again, drugstore. And then I have another one, which is an interesting one. This is by Beauty Care, which is a Israeli makeup brand company. Very, very affordable. This have cost around $1.50. Super cheap. This is bright pink. I'm not sure it's picking up very well on camera. Don't think it does, but it's a bright pink blush that I also like to wear occasionally. So the next one is by Pupa. It's this, I'm not sure, like this is like a mauve and coral together, mixed together. It belonged to my friend Shira and she handed me down this blush. She didn't wanted it. It didn't work for her. She gave it to me when it was almost brand new. She only used it a couple times and then gave it away. I'm really happy. I wanted something that it has a little bit of a mauve purple kind of deeper tone, since the ones that I have are either bright pink or bright coral. I use it quite frequently. And then another one she gave to me, it's this one. She didn't like it. This is the Essence Baby Got Blush Cream Blush. Now, I do like it. It smells amazing. It smells very bubblegummy. And it's also a very subtle pink. I feel like it looks very strong on camera, but it's a light, subtle pink. I'm not sure how I feel about that. She didn't like it, as I said. I've only worn it once, and I don't think I enjoy wearing cream products on my face, especially because I have a very kind of oily, shiny looking skin, so I do like powder more than I like creams. I'm going to keep this around here and try it maybe a couple more times and see how I feel about them. And if not, I'll pass it along too, to somebody else who can enjoy it. So right now it stays. So that's a wrap up of total of a 4 blushes that I use. And then lastly, there's this bronzer that, as you can see, I've also hit pan on. This is the Physician Formula Glow Boosting Beauty Balm BB Bronzer in the shade light to medium. I have another one of these again. Actually, I have 2 more bronzers, again coming from my hyper consumerism era. I no longer do that. This is a Project Pan product. Yeah, I'll just use it until I use it up, and then I'll move to the next bronzers that I have. I don't think it would be so fast to use them up because I don't use bronzer daily. I, for some reason, stick to blushes, but I do want to start incorporating them a little bit more in my makeup. The only bronzer that I have out and that I use, this one. So let me put things back. Okay, so I'm debating if I want to show you my lips now or my eyes. I think I'll do eyes later. Let's do lips. So this basically contains my entire lip collection. I have all of my lip liners in here. And as I said, I do have a decent amount of lip liners lying around at my office, just so I can throw them on throughout the day and be careless about bringing some of these products back from home. So I have a decent amount. I have hot pinks, I have a couple of reds, I have an orangey ones, and I have a lot of kind of mauve one. This, fun fact, this is completely chewed. I've went through a time when I regularly rescued birds, like birds that got into car crashes or broke their wings or whatever. And I rescued one parrot and she completely ate this one up. She's fine now, flying and all good. But she specifically liked this one by MAC for some reason. This is Whirl, my all-time favorite lip liner. However, I don't repurchase this. I just have it as a memory because, first of all, it's a memory of her, and second of all, it's a kind of a lip liner that I wear if I need some extra mental strength. It has been with me in a time of my life where I felt so bad about myself, and then when I put this on, I felt so beautiful, and I still wear it every single time I don't feel good, and I just need some extra oomph to my mood. So that's MAC Whirl. But other than that, most of the brands lip liners that I have are either Essence, Caroline, which is an Israeli brand that I absolutely love. I have some Kiko and I have some Beauty Care, which is the same brand as the blush that I show you. Again, every single pencil that I bought from there, it costs about $1 per piece. So very affordable collection. And also I like to keep them facing up so I can see all the colors. And not, I don't like showing up the cap. I see no point in that. I keep them upside down. And now in here, my makeup collection, as you can see, I have a love for specific things. First of all, when talking about like Project Pan products, I have this one, as you can see, is my lip gloss. It's my all-time favorite lip gloss. It's by e.l.f. and in the shade Mauve Glitz. You can see it's about to be used up. I'm not going to repurchase it right now, even though it's just $1, $3, something like that. I'm not going to repurchase this right now because I don't want to go through some of the other products that I have. But once I'll use some of them up, I think I'll definitely repurchase this one because it has been so handy. It's just a nice color to throw on. It's not over glittery, it's not over shiny, it's not slippery, it's not sticky. It's just a great everyday office wear kind of product. Right next to it, I have this Laura Mercier gold glitzy lip gloss that I had some dent in it, as you can see, but I still have a long way to go. This is one of my all-time favorite. This is the ColourPop Fresh Kiss and Cabaret lip lacquer. Very, very lovely. Another favorite is my Birds Beats and the shade Fig. Lovely. This is MAC Russian Red. This is the mini size. I bought it for a specific event that I want to go through, and then I ended up not doing that event and not wearing that lipstick at all, which is a shame. Again, I don't think I'll be spending money again on high-end products like that. I have a Guess lip gloss. I don't know what the shade of it, but as you can see, it's very well dented. Can you see? Don't think you can. Okay. And then I have an e.l.f. one. It's a lip balm that I love. It smells like a watermelon. I have a couple of brown and pink lips, lip gloss, lipsticks, lip shines. This is beautiful. I bought this in Sicily in my trip. Yeah, I have a couple of Beauty Care lipsticks right over there, different shades of that. I'm not going to open every single one of them, but you can imagine I have some reds, some burgundies, some browns, some pink shades. I have my favorite lip glosses. They are all by NYX. I used to wear them all the time. I still do. This one I wear less. It's a bit cool toned. This is Eclair, Sorbet, and Apple Crisp. I love them all. Apple Crisp is my favorite, but somehow I wear Sorbet the most. It's just so easy to wear to work daily. I love this one by L'Oreal. I don't know the shade of it. 340 Cherry Flash. Okay. And then I have these two that I bought during COVID because they are mask resistant. So this is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade. Well, I don't know the shade that the sticker has been wearing off. It's a beautiful burgundy color. And then next to it, I have this one that I love and I wear so much. It's in the shade Fighter. And it's from the Marvel collection that they had. It's beautiful. And whenever I wear it, I get so many compliments. So that's my lipstick and lip liner and lip gloss collection. Okay, moving on with our collection. I wanted to show you what I have in this tiny cup. The only thing that I did show you is my concealer. And then I have some other things in here that I absolutely love and enjoy daily. So first of all, my OG all-time favorite eyebrow product. This is the e.l.f. Wow Bra in the shade Taupe. It's very light. It really matches my skin color and my natural hair color. So I've been absolutely loving this. I buy them by the bulk. We don't have e.l.f. in Israel, so whenever I order stuff online, I buy like 5 or 4 of this at a time. Usually 4 because 4 will last me for up to a year. One of these will last me for 3 months. It's a stretch. I mean, I could probably throw one of these every 2.5 months, and I do keep on using them and scrap the edges the edges until I am reaching the 3 month mark, and then I open a new one. So affordable, again, around the $3 mark, I think. Oh no, five. These are now $5. They've went up with the prices off, but I still buy them because I do really enjoy them. And then I have my one and only eyeshadow primer. This is Milani. Again, we don't have Milani here in Israel. So whenever I am in the US or wherever I have visitors coming from the US, I buy a bunch of products that I always use up. This is my second one of these, of my Milani eyeshadow primer. I don't use this daily. I use it same as my face primer. I use it when I know I'm going to have a really long day, or if I have something in the evening right after work and I want my makeup to last straight from the morning and throughout the entire day. My one and only mascara, I've been using this one for a decade, I think, ever since it came out, basically. This is an Essence I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara in the shade Black. I have a backup of it. I have been purchasing, I think, about 15 or 20 of these over the years, and I keep repurchase those. This is, again, one of these products that whenever I see them on a stand, because they run out and go out of stock so frequently, whenever I see them on the stand, I buy about 3 or 4 of these at once, and I just keep them as a backup for next time that I need them, and they last me for 2 to 3 months as well. I think 3 months is more accurate to say so. That's my mascara, the only one that I have open. I don't have more than one. And then I have a bunch of eyeliner. So I think let's start with the liquid ones and then we can go to the pencils. So I have 2 liners. One of them is just a jet black. This is from an Israeli brand called Miluka. I like it. It's not fantastic. I bought it because somebody in the gym recommended this to me. I don't think it's amazing, but I will use this up, and I have something else in the backup that I would like to go through as well. And then I have this one by Essence, and I love it because it's brown. This is the Essence Liquid Ink eyeliner. This is waterproof, brown, just a nice subtle shade to work with. Again, perfect for the office if I don't want to wear something too overwhelming. And then in here, okay, so most of them are ColourPop. So I have this white ColourPop shadow stick. I thought it would be fantastic to wear in my inner corner for when I want to do my makeup for work, because I always put my like a nice white shade that I will show you later in my inner corner, and I thought that if I wear this it will add extra longevity to it, but I find that I don't reach for it, not because it's something bad, but it's just because an extra step that I'm not used to working with. Yeah, it's not been well used. Gel eyeliners, cream gel liners by ColourPop as well. We don't have ColourPop here in Israel, of course. We order it online. So I have one gold, one purpley, like pinkish shade. I love this one. I wear this a lot. You'll be surprised. And then a brown one that I do also like to smudge in my underline because I don't like to wear black over there. I feel like it's too intense. So this is a dark brown. It looks fantastic on. And then I have one Essence nude one for when I'm crying. This is in the shade Silky Nude. For when it sounds like I cry a lot, but sometimes you just go through moments where you need extra help and just to help you look put together and feel put together if you're struggling. So having a nude liner is really, really helpful. And then 2 of them are by the Israeli brand called Meluka. One of them is another gold. It might have seemed excessive that I have 2 golds, and it might be so, but this is actually a more champagne-y, cool toned gold, which I love in some days. And then I love this one. This is the again by Meluka, and it's just a green, an emerald green one that I also really, really love. So this is what I have in this little cup. Now, this is my makeup setup. Usually I have my mirror set right over there to help me do my makeup, but right underneath this I have a drawer containing some of my eyeshadows, and then I do have my nail polish collection over here. Ignore that, it's not a part of this video, but I do have my backup right there. So let's get started talking about the eyeshadows that I have. So first thing first is this ColourPop Harry Potter one that I absolutely love. I put it, and I put it because it's Harry Potter, but the eyeshadows inside are fantastic. As you can see, they are very well used. I love this palette. I love this Dementor shade for my eyeliner. I've been using Lumos Floating Candle Golden Snitch. I've been using a bunch. Invisible Cloak. You wouldn't think that I would wear a red, but as I said, I love wearing different colors to work, and it's okay with my, my job title and my workplace. It's not, we don't have a very strict appearance that we have to adopt, so I can play around if I want to. So invisible cloak is something that I enjoy wearing. Butterbeer Patronus, it's blue and I wear it a lot. It's so surprising. And then I have Hungarian Horntail that I love, and Gillyweed too. So this is like a minty green, and this is a very vibrant olive shade. So I love this palette. However, I don't think I'll ever repurchase any mega palettes like that again, because it's a pain to store. As you can see, it's in my drawer and it takes up quite a bit of room. I can't really put that out there because it kind of snug in the beginning of the drawer. It's not easy and fun to work with. Even though I am having a lot of fun playing around with this, I don't think I'll be repurchasing something as big that is so painful to store. And then right next to it, I do have a very large, I think, eyeshadow collection. Actually, let me take that out for you. Okay, let's close that up. I have a love and use for, I think, at least 80% of my eyeshadow collection, and in general of my makeup collection. I use them, all of the stuff, all the time. I'm not necessarily looking forward to shrinking my collection or working towards that. I am working towards minimizing overconsumption and also stay in check of my financial goals and use up the ones that the products that I have and love. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to get to a specific minimal amount of makeup. I'm just using what I have. I love having variety, and that adds a lot of spark and joy to my everyday life, to my job even, because I do get to do my makeup daily. So I would like to start with these two. These are the Wet n Wild Color Icon 10 eyeshadow palette. Let's start with this one. I don't know the name of it. Usually they have a sticker like this one, but for some reason I don't have that. So this is the Wet n Wild. I think they only have one like this, that it's very, very neutral. I love this, as you can see. I hit pen on two shades, and then I have really big dent on these two and this one, and a very big dent on the black. I love wearing the black for eyeliner. Whenever I do my makeup, I usually go with shadow liner, but I do have my liquid one if I want to have something a little bit more bold. So I love this one, use it a lot. Again, very affordable. I think it was around the, I don't know, $6 mark when I bought it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then I have another one. This, I do have the shade. This is Heart and Soul. A very pinky, corally color selection. I've hit pen on this pink one. I love it. I love wearing it to work. The packaging is very flimsy, and I think you saw like my Essence face powder. I keep breaking up packaging as I use up the product. I just keep it loose like that, sending right over here there, and it's fine because I use it daily. But yeah, I've been experiencing a lot of wear and tear of my makeup packages when I wear drugstore product, and that's fine. I buy the product for the product themselves and not for the packaging. And since I'm not carrying them around the world, going on trips and vacations, it's fine for me that it's like that. It sits in my drawer the most time. So I've hit pen on this pink shade, and I've also had a very big dent on these two and this one. But again, I do use all the shades. It's just when I use darker shade, I need less of the amount. I'm doing so very gently. They're very pigmented, so I have to be careful. So I do have those Wet n Wild. Then I get this one. This is from Jade, and I don't know if you know the brand, but in Europe it's something that is quite familiar. We do have them in Israel. I think they're made in Italy, right? Oh no, these are made in Israel, but I've seen some made in Italy. So this is the vintage palette. I got it as a gift from my friend Shira. She bought one for herself. She loved it so much. She went ahead and bought one for me. Absolutely lovely. And I've been using it for years. I've been loving, loving, loving it. You can see that I've used, well, you can see that the shades are dented, and it seems like this palette is getting a lot of love. So I love the purple, I love the gold, I love this champagne cool tone champagne one. I love this one, this bronzy shade. Very well used and definitely not passing on to that. This one is from Wet n Wild, and I remember debating it so much when I wanted to buy it. I bought it because of this green shade that I fell in love with, and I'm very happy that I did bought it, because whenever I want green, I go to this palette, and I do love the rest of the shades as well, but the green one is the one that I use the most. I also love this banana shade, and then this, I don't know, teal, light teal color. Not sure you can see that it's dented on camera. And this is in the shade Stop Playing Safe. And I remember it being $10 when I bought it, and I just thought about it so much. It's not that I didn't want to spend the $10 as far as financial reasons only, but also I remember telling myself, like, well, you have so many other eyeshadows. You don't need that, but I am very happy that I bought it. It has been more than 3 years ago when I bought it, and I still love it. It still makes me happy, and I do not regret the $10 that I've spent on it. So there is that. We still have a long way to go. So this is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette in the shade Summer Breeze. This is a all matte palette. I go to it very frequently, again, just to throw something in the crease or to line something with it. I love it. There's not much to say about it. I gravitate towards this a lot when I put some shimmery shadows on my lid and I want to balance it out with something matte in the crease. I'll go with this. And I love the color selection on it because it really allows me to play with all of the different shadows that I have and to find a good match for them. I love it. Very affordable. Um, this is a quad. Sorry, I'm not sure you can hear my dog snore in the background, but if you can, that's him. This is a quad by Estee Lauder that I got as a gift from my aunt. She received it as a package of full of different things by Estee Lauder, and she doesn't use shadows like this, so she gave it to me for free, obviously, just to hand me down. I love this and I use it all the time. I take it with me when I go to vacations or business trip, just because it has very subtle shade. I mean, this pink, I'm not sure you can see how dented it is already, but it's very, very well used, very well loved. And then we have this brown shade that I also really, really love. A purple, a very light champagne color. Anyway, just a beautiful palette that I haven't spent money on. Next is an interesting one. This is a quad by MAC, like a magnetic quad by MAC. But there's only two eyeshadows in here that I bought from MAC, and then the rest are Colourpop. So this is Woodwinked by MAC. Such an OG shade. This is the most unique eyeshadow that I have, to be honest, even after all these years. Bronzy when you put this on the lid, but when you blend it out into the crease, it turns into this burnt orange kind of shade in the crease, and it's almost like you're wearing two different shadows. A very, very unique piece. I do quite appreciate this color. And then the next one is, again, such a cult. This is All That Glitters by MAC. Now, ever since buying these two, these are the only two eyeshadows I've ever bought at MAC. I don't wear that anymore. I keep this for sentimental reasons, but I do also sometimes use the Woodwinked. I do really love it. I added two eyeshadows from Colourpop that I loved. One of them is very bronzy. I don't know the name of them. I guess I could figure it out, but one is bronzy and one is kind of more burnt orange type of thing. This is cool tone. This is very warm tone. I love them. I use them, and sometimes I will take this quad with me to a business trip or something, because these are very beautiful nightshade. When we go out to have like a dinner or something, these are beautiful. They have a lot of vava voom to it, while these two are very subtle and gentle, and just delicate and work with everything. So very conference appropriate. And then I have so many others. Okay, let me just take you through the rest of these stuff. So first thing that I have in here is a Maybelline plain matte brown in the shade Nutmeg. I don't use it enough because I usually gravitate towards the palette and then I just open one up and I have all the colors that I need. So I do learn that I prefer not having singles. Usually I would love to have singles because if you don't wear certain shades in your palette, it's a waste, but I'm learning that I do prefer having one palette that I just open up and do my makeup right off that and not opening up several products, but I still use those products. And then Wet n Wild Brulee, again, just a very simple one. I have 4 different shadows that are loose. Another thing that I've learned is that I don't like loose products. So in the past, I've been wearing some loose powders, loose, eyeshadows, blushes, highlighters, bronzers, and I don't gravitate towards them. Same way that I don't gravitate towards cream face product. So I have 4 eyeshadows from an Israeli brand that is very like clean beauty. This is called Minerals. They are all very, very beautiful, and the company has such great values of sustainability and clean products. And I do would love to use these products a little bit more. I don't use them enough. I have this I never used. Yes, this is the only glitter that I have in my collection. I don't have anything else. This is the NYX glitter in the shade 08, I guess. Glee 08. I don't wear it to work, so this is why it's not being used. I mostly doing my makeup to work, and then on the weekends I hardly ever do glitters. So this is, I think, my all-time favorite eyeshadow. This is by an Israeli brand called Beauty Care. I talked about it earlier. Again, just a loose shadow that I'm about to be used up. This is a very, very pretty loose shadow. It doesn't pick up well on camera, but this is I don't know, like a rose mauve shade. Looks so beautiful on. I've been having this for years. It has been so cheap and yet so fantastic. I love using this. Let me close that up. So yeah, as I said, I don't see myself wearing a lot of or purchasing a lot of loose powders in the future because they're so incredibly messy and ain't nobody got time for that. Next, I have some more products from an Israeli brand called El Makiage. I don't like this brand. I feel like they're very, very aggressive as far as their salesmen, and they're almost so aggressive that you don't want to go into their shops. But they do have good products. I'm not going to purchase any in the future, but I do love what I have. So this is a beautiful eyeshadow, a loose pigment in the shade Cherry. It's a beautiful cherry cranberry color. I really love doing my makeup with this. It always turns out beautiful, especially if I add something to it, like maybe a light blue eyeshadow liner in my under eye. It's just beautiful. And then another eyeshadow that I have from them is this one in the shade Goldie Rose. This is Max Paint Pot in the shade Bear Study. Now, I've had it a decade ago, and I remember it being absolutely fantastic. So I remember myself loving it and going back to this every single day. So a couple of years ago, I decided to retry it because I remember it being so fantastic, and I bought it, and it does nothing to me. I mean, it's such a regret purchase because it's expensive. MAC are expensive, and I usually like to stick with drugstore products, as I said, because of the price range, and also because I do really believe in the quality that drugstore has to offer. I bought it, and I don't think it was worth it at all. Actually, I regret purchasing it. I'll never buy this again, but since I have it, I might as well use it. I have 3 ColourPop Super Shock shadows. This one is in 405. Very, very pretty purpley shade. This is a little bit more cranberry. It's really similar to this one. I should have not bought it. Again, some of these products are coming from my overconsumption era on a different page right now, but I still like to use what I have. This is in the shade Drift. And this one is very, very well used. I love this one. This is an orange called 6 a.m. Very, very pretty. Very much in use. Adore. And then I have another one that I bought. I like to keep this one in its pouch because, and well, pouch, it's just the original packaging that it came with, because I do like to take it just like that with me on trips. There was this one trip that I went with, and this is the only eyeshadow that I took with me, and it worked just fine. I didn't need anything else. I loved it, and I've used it. This is in the shade Material Girl. And yeah, it's just a brown, goldeny shade. So ideal. I love that. And then 3 more to go. I have this one from Essence that I bought. What shade is this, by the way? Lobster? Okay. I bought it actually because I thought it was a blush. It's clearly said eyeshadow on the top, but for some reason I thought it was a blush and I bought it for a blush, and that's the story of this one. And then I love, 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 love this. They don't sell this anymore. This is the Revlon eyeshadow. I think they were called Bite Size. I'm not sure. But basically, you can buy multiple of them and kind of connect them right over here. This is the only gray silver shadow that I have in my collection. I have nothing like this, and therefore this has been very, very, very well used. You can even see through the packaging that it's dented. Yeah, I've been loving it. Again, I've been using it so much. The only gray one that I have, and then another one with a broken packaging, but this one I do use daily. This is the MAC, oh my god, the Essence Moonlight eyeshadow. I use this in my inner tear duct area. Almost, yeah, just a beautiful white fluorescent eyeshadow. Not much to say about this. So this is a messy representation of my eyeshadow collection. I've got my palettes over here, and I've got my individual shadows over here, and of course my Harry Potter palette. Now, regarding brushes, not much to say about this. This is all of the face and eyes brushes that I own. I do have one e.l.f. eyebrow products in here, but basically because I like the spoolie, I usually use the gel that you saw earlier. My favorite brush brands are Real Technique, Bedouliums, and Eco Tools. This is my latest purchase. This is, by the way, this is the only makeup item that I bought in 2024. The last makeup shopping that I did was in November 2023, and that was because a war started here in Israel, and I was super stressed out, and I alleviated my pain by ordering makeup. But this is the only products that I bought this year. So I have been doing a no buy year for makeup, well, for many categories, but specifically for makeup this year, and I've been holding on so well to it. I haven't been purchasing anything. All right, so the last thing that I did wanted to show you is my backup collection. It's a very modest backup collection, I would say. Not much in here. Basically, I've got some sponges that I don't very frequently use, but I did went through a phase of using them just to set my powder. So I do keep them in case that idea will pop up into my head again. And then I do have some beauty blenders, one with a beauty blender to go pouch, and then one with a stand. They are here in my backup because I don't really use them anymore. But again, I go through phases, so I might go back to these. So I keep that. I have an extra Essence face powder. This is my favorite, not the one, the 16 hour that I have back there. The other one is a bit too, I don't know, cakey for me, and this one is a favorite of mine. Also, the packaging is thinner, which is great. I have another Physicians Formula bronzer. As I said, it comes from my overconsumption area. A pencil sharpener, 2 powders. So one is a highlighter, one is again from Minerals. This is in the shade Feel, and then another one in Worth It. This is a bronzer, not a highlighter. I've been using them a lot, but I like to keep just a couple of highlighters and bronzers out there, and then the back can be here. I do have some oil absorbent sheets. I have one mascara lip that is still closed. I mean, I'll use it once this one rounds out. I think I have 1 more month left of use of this one. And then I have another backup of my e.l.f. brow pencil. I usually go with the gel, but I went through a phase when I only went with those, and I like to keep one just in case I'll get back into that phase again. I do go through phases, as I said, and I already know myself. And one backup black liner. This is in a form that whoa, this is in a form that I like best. This is in a pen form and not in an ink form like this one. So this is my entire backups and some extra sponges and stuff. As I said, I don't plan on purchasing any makeup this year at all. I haven't been purchased and I don't plan to. I'll just stick to the makeup that I have. I'll use up my collection and all that's in my storage, and yeah, just enjoy doing my makeup work and enjoy my life. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed looking at like a regular normal woman makeup collection, let me know. I definitely enjoy makeup, as I said, and I wear colorful shadows to work, and I enjoy that a lot. And so for me, that's a really good amount of makeup. It will be okay even if I'll lose 20% of it, like with time, and I'll have 80% of the stuff that you see right now. That will be fine as well, as far as quantity and as far as variety as well. I'm enjoying what I have. I'm looking forward to use up the duplicates because I don't like having duplicates of something. I love having, oh, sorry, you were completely lopsided. I love having like one foundation, one concealer, and stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Definitely feel free to subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.